Hello, welcome to Survivor with Jay, Jack, and Colleen. My name is Jay.
My name is Colleen.
And I'm David is wedged in and he can't get out.
And welcome to the show. How's it going, Survivor crew?
I'm just thinking maybe it's true.
It's going.
Somebody's drunk and it's not me.
Yeah, somebody's drunk. I'm not sure. I think I'm the sober one.
Who's drunk?
When he was kind of trying to convince
when David
Rick.
was arguing with Rick, and he was like, look, one of us is drunk, but it's...
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Oh, man. Dad Bod had lost his mind on Extinction Island because
You can't take it personal. You gotta get back in the game, and what is it?
Yeah,
play the game.
Exactly, and we saw just a very startling kind of juxtaposition between Kelly and David, who were like, yeah, sorry about the votes. All right, cool, whatever. Let's figure out how we're both not on the bottom anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
And you had Dad Bod who's like, somebody likes me enough to take me to 8.
Yeah. Who wants to finish 8?
But again, it may show like the toll it takes on your psyche on Extinction Island because it probably well, obviously in this case, Rick, it kind of messed up his gameplay because I thought he had pretty solid gameplay to that point.
How long was he there?
Not that long, but
he was there for what, 3 days? Not even. Because Wendy went home, and then the next day they were getting back in the game. Wendy was only there for like a day, and Rick went home right before she did. So he was there for like
Reem
4 days.
Reem seems the same as she was before.
Reem is, I freaking love Reem. She is my favorite.
I feel like I put that little quote at the end of the episode was for you.
Yeah, when Eric gets there and he's all like, this isn't too bad, and then you just hear Reem off camera being like, dude, don't get excited.
But yeah, so Rick, if you're listening right now, we love you, but get your head in the game. That's already happened, so us saying this isn't going to change anything, but I'm just going to say it anyway.
I couldn't believe you had that attitude.
Yeah, it's a really bad attitude.
Like, even if you want to get into the -7 or -8, you play the game.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, War Dog, he's barking at you, he's telling you what to do, but you knew that going in.
Yeah.
Right. And you know what?
Just listen to him.
Yes.
Everything that happened today, kind of credit to War Dog.
Yeah.
And Wentworth and David, because I'm sure there were more behind the scenes kind of talks there. But, mad props to War Dog for being the messenger to go over there, at least the one that we saw on screen.
Mm-hmm.
War Dog does know the game.
Yeah.
He does. He can't play in challenges.
He has a rough way. Yeah.
His approach isn't there.
Yeah, he has a rough way of he's not a good ambassador of.
No, he needs David's approach, where David's kind of logical and but soothing. He's not barking orders. I mean, David's telling you what to do.
Yeah.
But not the same way that War Dog is telling you what to do.
Exactly. Also, speaking of approaches, can I just point out that Julia had a terrible poker face? I knew that they were going to blindside Eric or Ron tonight. Before the votes were even done,
she couldn't wait for it to be read.
I know, because she was looking up at Gavin. Gavin, is that his name?
Mm-hmm.
Flower tattoo dude.
Yep.
And just smiling at him and glancing at Victoria and fidgeting and looking at herself and I thought she was gonna pat herself on the back at some point and be like, "We've got this huge blindside about you."
It was pretty obvious.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. But I mean, I think kudos to War Dog. That's a win in his column for sure. Sure. Before we get into our recap today, I want to thank the people that make the show possible, our patrons. And for those who give $5 or more a month, you get access to our bonus episodes. And the Survivor J, Jack, and Colleen one is done with Colleen and Zach. This past week's got ruined by
I'm not happy about that.
This crappy garage band.
I'll send you the audio if you want to listen to it, Jack. But I won't release it to
the
public. It's
audible.
It's not. I was really bummed because it was 9 minutes long, and there was one point where I yelled at him because he took this microphone here and slammed it on the desk, and I was like, "Do you want your dad to hear you? Shut up!" I didn't really say that, but
I love how I'm the threat.
he's not scared of me.
Wait till your father gets home.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well,
even we were in New York this past weekend, and when it was time to go to the airport, he was throwing this massive fit how he didn't want to leave, and I was like, "Do I need to call Daddy right now?"
We used Jay when he's acting up. You want me to tell your dad? No.
Well, that's
no, Papa, don't tell my dad. I go, all right, I won't.
Colleen volunteered me to coach for the T-ball, and I decided
that you're not going to.
Well, no, so I decided not to coach it because I was like, I just want to go and cheer him on and be supportive. I'm already the bad guy enough as it is.
But you picked to be the bad guy,
somebody has to be Softy McGee, and then I have all the grandparents are the softest.
I could be the bad guy. It's just you step up so quick. If there's a 5 seconds, I probably would wait the 5 seconds to yell at him, but you're at half of a second. You're like, Zachary?
We're in a tight ship.
Yeah, but there's no need to because he's 4.5.
Listen, you give him an inch, they'll take a mile.
He's 4.5 going on 20.
Yeah.
That's true.
Oh, man. Anyway.
Which I believe, yeah.
But he knows I love him, and he loves me, so it's all good.
He does.
It's not what he told me.
All right,
no, because what did he say when he was mad at you? He was like...
He's like, I love you,
He's
Daddy,
like,
but
I still love
you,
Daddy, but I don't like you right now.
Look, that's okay.
He said that to me one time, too.
Yeah. I was very impressed that he had the thought to be like, I still love you, but I'm mad. And he's done that to me too.
Not get him something he wanted. I said, "Sorry, bud."
He's done that to me too, where he's been like, "I love you, Mommy, but I'm sad at you right now," which is his way of saying he's not mad, but he's upset.
Anyway, all right, we are here to jump into this recap. Colleen, take it away.
All right. Survivor. Sorry, I had it at the bottom still.
That was great.
I know. Survivor Edge of Extinction episode 7.
Is someone drunk over there?
Surprisingly, no.
No. What does that even mean?
Oh, no. I'm not saying that you're usually drunk on this podcast.
Not on this one. The tribe back in the day, sure, but not this one.
Yeah.
Okay. So Edge of Extinction episode 7. I'm the puppet master.
When anyone ever says that, are they ever really?
No, I don't like people that give themselves nicknames.
No, yeah. Well, except Coach and
Not
Debbie.
Coach, yeah, but
they're lovable buffoons.
Does Debbie have a nickname now, or is it just Debbie and then whatever role she says she has?
That's true. You're right. She's not a nick. She's just a chronic job haver, which I guess also isn't a terrible thing. We're making fun of her because she's helped a lot of jobs. Anyway.
Well, claims to have a lot of jobs.
Yeah. True that. True. Ooh, I just hit my tooth into the microphone. True that.
Yeah, you're sober.
I swear I'm not drunk. I swear I'm sober.
I had to lose your tooth. I hit it on a microphone.
I'm trying to see if you have a secret scotch over there or something.
I wish I had a secret scotch. I do not. But I wish, on the record. Anyway, so they're all confused. We get back to after the tribal, and everybody's confused, where did Keith and Wendy go? Aurora feels like an idiot because she didn't know about Joe's blind side. Ron wants David and Dad Bod to work with them and have the other 3, Lesu at the bottom. War Dog, Division 1, and Kelly, they throw out thinking that it was all Aurora's doing, which was kind of very off the mark. We head over to Edge of Extinction Day 20. Joe is crying, real tears.
Well, he had the one tear.
Oh my God, no!
Someone gave him a water bottle or an eyedropper and said, "Okay, Joe, now go."
I mean, he was emoting. He was definitely emoting.
I love this game.
Yeah, you just got to figure out how to keep it all together.
My hair.
Yeah, well, it's good, Joe. It's still good. Okay. Yeah, he's got to figure out how to keep it all together. We go to the reward challenge. They're playing for Chinese takeout. Ron decides at the end.
Can I say something? Is that something you really want to eat after not eating for 19 days?
I could always eat Chinese takeout.
I don't know.
Depends on your stomach, I guess.
That's true.
There's no way I could eat it.
Well, no, the thing is, Colleen would be perfect for Survivor because she wouldn't poop for the entire time.
Maybe this would make her poop because you're not eating right for 19 days and plop some Chinese food down there. Plus, I'd eat it fast. It'd be like,
yeah, well, anyway. That is true. If you listen to the broadcast, you know that I accidentally medically found out. Anyway, whatever. That's neither here nor there. Okay. At the actual reward. So, okay, at this next sequence, there is a lot that's going on. Central Park Pier's like, I finally know what it's like to lose. And I'm like, B, this is like literally the first time in 21 days that you haven't eaten. Be quiet.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, Wentworth and Lauren are over here almost dying.
I did have a question during the reward challenge. Why is David still on the puzzles?
That's true.
When has he proven at all during this Survivor season?
He and Wentworth had that amazing comeback last week or 2 weeks ago where they got the puzzle really quickly.
I don't think it was him.
No, it was him and Wentworth.
I don't know. I see him on the puzzle and he just looks confused. I'm like,
I was impressed at how quickly he was doing it. I think that it was not Ron, whoever he was working with that was slowing him down. It was David. They won. Stuck. No, they didn't. He was not on the winning team. Sorry. But I honestly, that's funny because when I watched it, I was like, oh, good, they've got David on the puzzle. So we clearly had totally different.
Get David off the puzzles.
I don't know. I disagree. I don't think he's that bad at it. But to each his own.
He got wedged in there. That's all I know.
He did. Division 1 thinks that she's cursed. Wentworth and David apologize to each other for the vote. And then, you know what, they have this great, like, commentary where, you know, and I think Kelly kind of is she the one that explains it, but, like, they have this commentary where they realize, you know what, they're trying to pin the people who are at the bottom against each other to get us to forget that they're the ones that are holding all the power, and if we want to change our status in this game, we need to go after the people that hold all the power and remove some of that power from them. So I really liked
power.
Yeah.
Not Rick.
Well, no. Not Rick.
I want revenge!
Yes, Rick, okay.
You killed my mother. Prepare to die.
Yeah. You voted me out. Prepare to not have me work with you.
My name is Ricky No Montoya.
He goes to sleep repeating Ron, Eric.
Yeah.
Their names over and over.
He has his own kill list.
Yeah, he does. But yeah, so they want to bring in, they have a little group of 6 that they want to kind of bring together, including Aurora. And then we see Aurora, who is crying to Ron about being left out. And I kind of thought, like, she pulled it together after she won immunity, but and got the advantage. But I thought for sure that this was the episode that she was going to, like, completely melt down, right?
She held it together, though.
She thankfully, she got some breaks in her favor, I guess. The tide turned her way a little bit. David and Wentworth then decide to get that, okay, maybe we'll convince them to split the vote so then we can go after them because then it's not a 6-6 tie. Rick doesn't want to work, Rick doesn't want to work with War Dog because he thinks that he accuses him of only getting his 3 forward, not Rick forward. And War Dog says that he's playing with bleep and logic, and Dad Bod is playing with emotions. And then David talks to Dad Bod, accuses him of being drunk and of playing emotionally. So what do we think about this whole Dad Bod and War Dog conversation and Dad Bod and David conversation?
Well, I can
clearly Rick does not come out looking good.
No, he doesn't.
Well, what you said, Rick has every right not to trust them.
Yep.
They've screwed him. They screwed him over. They're only coming back to him because they need him right now.
Mm-hmm.
I get it, but you don't handle it. You don't, unless you have 10 idols. You don't act that way.
Yep.
You only have half an idol, and David wasn't giving. He even asked David for the idol back, right? The other half back.
And David was like, "Nope."
Nope, I think I'll keep it. So a good move by David, but I just was like going, come on. I was wondering if Dad Bob was going to give the idol, show the other people that he had an idol get into comma 8 or comma 7 to make it 8.
Right. I mean, my gut tells me
he's not playing
didn't.
a good game right now.
He is not. And I thought that perhaps, after, if he had, drink at the I mean, I don't really know, but maybe after he calmed down or sobered up or whatever, that there would have been another conversation, that we didn't see that kind of solidified Dad Bod and David's relationship, so to speak. But I think David's kind of foreshadows this, where he says at the well, hey, you know how there's always one conversation that you remember when you're out of the game, and it's the conversation that haunts you, and this is going to be that conversation for you, for us.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yep, I agree 100%.
So,
well, they are getting to the point where what's day 19, day 20, where you start, you're not sleeping, you're not eating, and it does get to you. But he's clearly lost his mind.
I wonder if the people who are parents survive better with the not sleeping thing. I'm not even kidding.
Possibly. More used to it.
Yeah, could be. And the boredom. I mean, you're bored too. I mean, there's nothing to do.
Yeah, idle minds.
Yeah, that's true. All right, moving on. We go back over to Edge of Extinction. Chris brings back message in wine bottles, and there's a riddle. Aubrey figures it out and finds a clue that has a practice advantage and the ability to send an extra vote to someone else in the game. We then find out that she has given it to Aurora. Do we think that this is a good move? I mean, they were on the same team, so she must know that Aurora was on the bottom with Joe. I'm sure Joe probably came back and told them, she was there. So
they probably want to keep her in there in case they get back in the game.
Exactly.
But my question is, when she was doing the practice, she got the practice, the challenge. Did no one else see this? Did no one else see that?
I know. She was like, nobody else knows this is here. And I'm like, or they could just walk down the beach and find it. It's not like you walked a mile away. It just seemed odd
that maybe they said, okay, if you don't have the clue, you can't go down there. That had to be what it was.
Yeah, maybe production kind of kept them all away from it.
Yeah, it's not that big an island, so.
Right. So maybe they know that she has found something, but they don't know what it is because production is, blocking them off from that.
So you can't go this way. Green's like, I'm going to kill someone.
Green will be like, oh yeah, watch me. Cash me outside. How you like me now?
You think Keith left on his own? I buried him back here.
So yeah, we all agree Aurora is probably the best bet for Aubrey to send the clue to.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Who else would she send it to? I mean,
yeah, really. Maybe Dad bought when she was there with him for like a minute.
Nah, I was thinking if anybody, maybe.
He'd wave it in War Dog's face. Look what I got! Look what I got! Extra vote! Extra vote! I got an extra vote!
Oh,
screw you! And David would go, that's not something you want to share with people.
Yeah.
I want to get to comma 7.
Yeah. I want to be their number 8. Then I'll win immunity all the way till the end. We head over to the immunity challenge. War Dog, ever the amazing challenge competitor, is out first.
All right. And it challenges on. Oh, and War Dog's out.
Yeah,
and he's out.
Yep.
You almost feel bad for him because he's just not coordinated, I guess.
No.
I mean,
you look at him, he's like an in-shape person, so you think he'd, do, but no.
That's a tough I don't think I could have lasted very long in that challenge. There's just up on your tippy toes.
Well, yeah, and kudos to to Victoria for doing it with her eyes closed for so long.
Yeah.
Like, that's pretty impressive. At least I thought so. I know that, when you're doing like a workout class or something that's more mind and body, they tell you to close your eyes and focus on
you're
on
the
that.
beach. Well, they were at the beach, I guess so.
Yeah, but yeah, I was very impressed. Okay, so we have Division 1 who passes out, and
Aurora shows her concern.
yeah, Aurora's like, all right, so
Yeah, so screw her, because Victoria still has her eyes closed. What happened? All right, you didn't trust me. I need your trust. You need to let me win.
Yeah.
I think Lauren's dying. It doesn't matter. I need your trust.
Yeah,
I
you know,
need your trust.
I have to say, Aurora was lucky that she ended up winning because
Yeah.
I think everybody would have been super mad at her.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, the Central Park Pier was pissed.
Yeah.
The Central Park Pier. Ah, I see what you did there. You're such a pisser, Jack.
Yeah. Straight shooter.
Yeah. The only thing that she might have had going for her was if Wentworth and company still needed Aurora's vote. That would have been like the only chance that she might have had to be safe. But it would have been a tough sell because I think there were more people that play with their emotions that would have been upset.
I did like the special effects when Lauren was getting ready to pass out. They
See,
kind of
I
did
didn't. I was
camera.
like, why do they have to do that? I feel so bad. But I mean, I get it. But power to her for...
At least she fell in the sand.
Yeah, and she knew she was about to pass out, which was, I guess, good, although it didn't really stop anything.
Yeah, because like when you're passed out, you just pass out. Your body doesn't...
You just go limp and just
there's
boom.
no... Which is probably better that your body just goes limp because then you're not,
bracing
rigid
yourself.
when you hit the ground or whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
I was the whole time I'm waiting going, all right, how is someone getting hurt on this challenge? I mean, maybe I could see they could pull a tendon. Or
well,
something.
it's funny because Jay I think you had forgotten that there was an injury, and you were like, "Man, I hope that nobody passes out. I'd pass out from this." And I was like, "Oh my God, that's right! Don't forget, there's allegedly an injury during this." So we were kind of.
So I was thinking about how could someone go home from this?
Right.
Yeah.
Unless the block hit them in the head, but I can't imagine the block being that heavy.
See, and my thought was
they fell and then like hurt their leg.
Was that maybe they fell and like hurt their leg because they've hit it at an odd angle or something, and like,
or they fell in between the stand and snapped their leg or something like that.
Yeah. Which
Show could have been more interesting if that would have happened.
Thankfully, it didn't.
Well, Lauren's in my top 3, so we need her healthy.
She somehow managed to like keep it in the game,
Yeah.
And kudos to both her and Wentworth, like keeping the idols that they have for that long.
Every week I go, play your idol.
Yeah.
Well, as soon as they kind of had this smirk, and then Julia had her smirk, I was like, all right, I think we're in for a not blind blindside, or unsurprising blindside or something.
Well, Lauren's definitely doing what Wentworth tells her because she looks at her.
Yes, she does.
Yeah. And so she doesn't play her idol.
Yes.
Not building much of a resume.
Nope. But she like day one, she was so enamored by her that I think her game ended that day.
Yeah. Oh.
Nothing against her.
Right. I know what you mean, though.
Well, she's young, and then she's, we'll see what happens. At least she's this far.
Truth.
Right now, she's a goat, though. I don't think she can win it.
I don't even know if anybody's bringing her as a goat. I think she's so far off people's radar.
That could be it.
Because I think her being a physically fit person scares her, like scares people about her.
I would have been, did you see today's challenge?
I know. I was kind of thinking that too when they were talking about it. But
she was good in the reward challenge. She was.
Yeah, she was.
She was waiting for the Central Park Pier.
Yep, she was. So, all right. What are we up to? Okay, so post-challenge, I guess. Aurora's happy to be safe. She finds the extra vote. Eric and Ron try to keep everyone together by promising them a loved one's visit.
I give them credit for like they have it to play, but it's kind of disingenuous.
But it's dumb. You're trying to play on people's emotions. It's like David finally called him out. Or no, it was Mad Dog.
Yeah, War Dog was
it's
like,
great to see your family, but are you here to win $1 million?
Yep.
Yeah,
exactly. Then Gavin was all like, yeah, I thought of that, at the same time as he did.
Yeah. But I get you want to get to the, but it's not okay. I want to win. I'm here to win.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And plus they both kept doing it. Both kept doing it.
Yep. And you know what and when they were doing it, and it was clearly a a very heavy-handed manipulation tactic that I think everybody watching could probably see. Well,
that's the problem when you keep saying you got to say comma 7 strong, but eventually you start thinking, okay, where do I stand in the 7? If I'm at the bottom, I have to flip it. I have to flip things.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe it was too soon. Maybe it wasn't, but
exactly. Like scare tactics only work as long as somebody's not thinking of, logically about the other options outside of.
We forgot to mention the hissy fit that Ron throws when he falls out of the challenge. You see that?
Oh, that's right.
He's
yeah.
Like, oh. I thought maybe him was going to stroke out or something at that point, but.
Well, I don't know if you caught it during Tribal Council when Rick was like doing his little like hissy fit as well, like nah. You could tell, like, Ron just was smiling at the, like, bitchiness of it all. He was just like, this is great.
I don't want to work with you.
Yeah, he was there.
Tribal. Dad bod, shut up.
Yeah. Well, guess what, Dad bod? Nobody else wanted to work with you because a whole bunch of them flipped over.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Now you're on the bottom of whatever.
Yeah, but so this whole sequence was actually really great because it starts with the family visit prayer circle, and then
Comma strong.
Yeah, and then it goes on to Eric talking about how he wants to keep David and Dad bod in his back pocket, and then we have War Dog's whole sequence with. You guys need soldiers for your war, and Dad bod and David. Yeah, who are you gonna use? Like Dad bod and David are Ron and Eric's soldiers. Like who are you gonna have? And then, you could see, and I was a little worried that Julia or Gavin were the ones that were going to go home because they were going to overplay their hand. But then she does this test of like the King Solomon test of the island. Like, would you sacrifice David or Rick, tonight?
It was smart.
Yeah. Which, again, I thought, well, it doesn't make sense to send them home. And even if I wasn't planning on using them, I would still be like, no, that doesn't make sense to send them home. Why would I?
Well, I would have said, if I was Eric, I would have said, well, why do you want to send them home?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
What's the advantage of sending them home now opposed to Wentworth, who's likable, good the challenges? Yep. But just said, you could see he was like, you want to see your family, right?
Yeah.
Want to see your family, right?
It was so overplayed. Like, and even tried to bring it up at Tribal Council, too.
Yeah.
I was like, ugh, my winner's pick.
I know.
Bum, 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 bum.
Which we'll talk about during Tally the Votes on that, or what's going to happen.
So yeah, Julia decides to make a big move. She and Gavin, want to take one of them out. They try to get Victoria in. Victoria's like, it's too soon. They should wait another vote. I wonder
Wasn't Gavin with Eric, though?
I thought so. Okay, I said that to Jay.
Yeah, but
I was
think
like,
just
when
over the past couple of weeks, I think or however many days it
Eric
was.
just kind of went with Ron because that's where
Ron.
the power was.
Well, because Ron seems to, or it was seemingly in the driver's seat.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Anyways, ding.
Do we get to the Tribal Council?
Yeah, let's get to the Tribal Council.
I thought we were there already.
No,
that was right before. Eric talks about how the Leslie members like common packages, and Dad bod's upset. He's like, well, not this package. I'm on my own. And Ron is like, yes, Queen. Tell them everything that's... Tell them like it is. Blow up your own game so we're the only ones that will keep you. We're the only place you'll have to go.
Yeah.
Then David talks about being a pilot versus a passenger, so this is the classic, because once a season, right, we have somebody that waxes poetic about, whether voting blocks or
package
or whatever they're
but
called.
He was right, though.
I mean, he was right. It's just funny that now we've got the pilot versus the passenger kind of analogy going on, or
he was saving that
metaphor.
In his hip pocket. If I can make it to the merge.
He wrote that last year. Saving for
I'm
it.
using this.
Yeah. War Dog is like, yo, fellow dogs, you playing for $1 million or you're playing for your family visit? So what happens after that, where you've burned all your bridges? And he had a great point.
War Dog was on money today.
He was. I would say that he was a great player.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, I'm giving you like a.
Okay.
She said he was a great player.
I did. You can quote me on that. Today he was a great player.
He was a great player. No, usually he's not.
Yeah.
But, his strategy, though, he's usually right.
He's just
going back to what we said earlier. It's his approach.
He's got a terrible delivery. Yeah, he needs somebody else to be the ambassador. This is how it's going to happen.
Vote for this way, or I'll kill you.
But you know what? I think that it probably helped that he was talking to Julia and Gavin, who have zero war dog experience.
Yes.
So his intensity, his intensity coming at them kind of also played to their fears, right? Of going out at 7-6. So
he gave the same speech to both. Wouldn't have been easier. Okay, I'm going to bring you both over here.
I know. And then when they went and talked, and then War Dog was sitting in the background. Did anybody catch that? He was like touching his toes.
It was almost like
sand.
Joe.
Yeah.
Now you can hear Joe. He's like,
oh, I know.
They probably
a regular fishback.
Oh, which is funny because Fishback went home trying to get Joe out.
You have great hair, and I'm jealous of you.
Yeah, but take that and marinate it. Marinating it.
Marinating it. I'm marinating the sauce.
You know, marinating it there. I'd put it in there as you good there.
Anyway.
Can you drop one of those salty tears in there to help me marinate
it? Feel good there.
In the end.
You got some pretty hair there, boy.
He really does. In the end, a whole bunch of people did not stick to the plan and ended up voting out.
All I gotta say is,
Keith.
Stick to the plan.
I was throwing that one in your court.
I do like how they're all smiling because it was first 2 votes for Lauren, 2 votes for Kelly.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden Eric goes, okay, no, all right, that's just those bitter people. Eric, and he goes, okay. Then you can see him starting to do the math.
Well, it's funny because he started to do the math at 3, and I'm like, well, dude, you're getting 3 votes. Like, why are you so surprised?
But I think he was shocked he was getting 3 votes. I don't know why, but he thought because it would have been Mad Dog, Kelly, and Lauren.
Yeah, so there's your 3.
But he's like adding up. Then we got the 4th one. He's like, uh-oh.
Yep. So Victoria, I'm assuming that she her game is very much like she's not trying to make too many waves where she's going to go with wherever the majority goes, which is a smart move because she has enough on her resume behind the scenes anyway within that 7 that she could make a case.
Well, she was actually case she was making. Look, it's too early. We have 7. There's 12 people left. Let's don't rock now. It's 6-5, right?
There are
you're taking away
6-5. Yeah.
I think she was saying I'm all for a big move, but not yet.
Right.
Let's get Kelly out. To be honest with you, I would have gotten, if I'm there, I get Kelly out. I don't know why she's still in the game.
Right.
And then next would be David. I'd get them both out.
Right.
But because especially David's a talker.
He's a talker. I mean, he's a passenger that's fighting his way up to the cockpit.
That's right.
But anyway, I thought this was a great episode.
Yeah.
And
a lot of strategy involved.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. And it'll be interesting to see where the chips fall from here now that the Kama Strong is broken. Or does it just reassemble?
Well, Aurora's really not part of the Kama Strong. I mean, she's
correct.
Her strategy was, all right, I have the immunity. I have the extra vote. I'm not going to play the extra vote. I'm just not going to rock the boat. I'll just go with what they say. So I thought her play was actually smart too. Mm-hmm. At this point, I don't need to rock the boat. I'll make a move when I have to.
Yeah.
Right. I think the play here would probably be let Julia and Gavin be the bad guys for a couple weeks and then go to somebody else and say, hey, look at what they're doing. You want somebody to see what they're doing now and vote for them at the end? You need to get them out.
Right. Well, I'm sure Ron's already working on that.
I don't know. I don't know if Ron is the type of person that can rebound quickly.
No, he probably went back to camp and tore it all up.
Yeah, exactly. I don't see him adapting well to losing.
No. He's not a drama teacher, right? Because he reminds me of a drama teacher.
He's definitely drama.
Yeah.
He's definitely drama, and he's probably a newspaper advisor somewhere. He teaches adults. Well, if he was a high school teacher, I would pick him to be the drama teacher / newspaper advisor.
Yep. 100%. 100%.
Yeah.
Well, he's no longer the puppet master, that's for sure.
That will do it for this week's recap. Colleen, do we have any listener feedback?
We do, but first we should go to a quick commercial break.
Exactly. Here we go. Wow, that was a great commercial for Scott's grass turf builder.
No, it was for Teacher Ron's drama school. Ron's House of Drama. No, wait.
Ron's House of Drama Rama?
No, yeah. Ron's Puppet Master
Horrors.
Theater.
There you go. All right. Let's.
Well, do you think Dad Bod's going to want to be part of Ron's group next week?
No, I think that Dad Bod is probably like, I made a terrible mistake.
I'm sorry.
Or is it the Joe Bluth?
I made a terrible mistake. I was just trying to do it in Dad Bod's voice.
Yeah. All right. What do we got, Colleen?
David. The first email is from Mandy. Happy Wednesday. Jeff said Chinese takeout was just like being at home watching Survivor. Personally, we do pizza on Survivor night. Do you all have a Survivor night food? We do pizza as well, mainly because we're lazy.
Well, no, actually, the pizza thing started back when we first watched Survivor. We used to do. Do you remember what pizza we got in Santee?
It was a New York pizza. Remember this huge pizza?
Yeah, I know, but what was the I don't remember the company.
Are they paying you to say
their
name?
New York Pizza.
So okay, anyway.
That's what I would call it. But we would.
And then Papa Robbie would come and watch it with us.
Yeah.
And we'd eat the pizza and watch the show.
Yeah.
So we still do it at our house. We go to get pizza. Today we went to Harris Teeter's Pizza Bar.
It was kind of really fun, actually.
Yeah, you basically go and they have all different types of pizza, and then they heat up.
No, they have all different kinds of food in general.
Well, true, but there's a pizza bar, and you get to pick what kind of pizza you want.
Your mom and I went to the Sopranos Italian restaurant and had Hawaiian pizza.
Ugh.
They make an excellent Hawaiian pizza.
Where is pineapples on things.
Where is this?
It's,
by the way,
right down the street from us.
This is kind of unrelated, completely unrelated, but the Whopper, they're going to have an Impossible Burger version of the Whopper.
Is that true? Because Chris was saying he thought it was April Fool's.
No, apparently the news is legit because they're still talking about it today. So it's legit going to be an option, which is awesome.
Because Chris said, it would have been so cool if they had it.
No, it's legit. They're going to have it. And I've had an Impossible Burger patty, and it's great.
Now, do you think the Impossible Whopper burger patty will be just as good?
Yeah, honestly. I think... I predict, Jack, whenever you have one, that you wouldn't necessarily be able to tell the difference between a regular Whopper and that one.
Okay.
Hashtag
I
just
don't eat that many Whoppers anymore, but it's okay.
Is the Whopper the one that I like?
Yeah, that's your favorite burger.
Well, it's not my favorite burger. Please do not. Oh, my God. No, it is not.
If I go to Burger King, that is my burger bite. I do like the Whopper.
I like the Whopper with the bacon. But that's my favorite when we're driving to New York food to get, because it's the only time I can justify eating it is when I'm going to sit in a car for another 10 hours, apparently.
Able to burn it off real fast.
Where my digestive system is really working hard.
It does have a lot of vegetables on it. It has onions, it has pickles, it has lettuce, tomato.
Sure.
So it's healthy.
It's super healthy.
All right, well, Mandy, thank you for the email.
Wait, no, it's not done.
Oh, well, keep going.
Jay, what are your thoughts on the music this season? I'm loving the tribal music more than usual. Sorry about losing your winner pick. I don't think Jay is sorry about losing it. I think he's happy for the chance to change now.
Well, we'll talk about it during whatever, but...
They have different music?
I honestly haven't... I didn't notice a difference, so I apologize that I haven't heard a difference.
To pay attention next week for it.
Yeah, I'll have to listen closely.
Yeah.
This is me during Survivor. God, I hate these commercials. Okay.
Yeah, it's long. That's what she
First
said.
world problems.
But
yes. Oh, so this actually reminds me, Mandy and Sherry. I did ask Zach your feedback questions on the show that got on that stuff. And I feel terrible now because
Just read them on the next week's one.
I think they were specific to those challenges.
Yeah.
Oh, no, Mandy's wasn't. It was does Jeff talk too much? And Sherry's was...
I mean, Zach went on for 10 minutes telling him, yes, he does.
No, well, that's what I said. I said, do you think that Jeff talks too much? And he goes, yes. And I said, well, why do you think that he talks too much? And he goes, something like, he's funny. And I was like, so do you like it? He's like, yes. I was like, but does he talk too much? He's like, yes. And I was
You know
like,
who else
all
talks
right.
too much?
Me.
Yes. Moving on.
Our next email is from
From who?
Victoria.
Victoria.
Wowzers.
That song today at Sopranos was in Italian.
Oh.
Cool. Wowzers. I mean, who didn't vote for Eric? Guess who didn't? Dad Vod, that's who. I love this episode. It went back to the survivor that I love. I'm happy they made a move and took out a real threat. I'm excited to see next week. I wonder if they will allow the people on Edge of Extinction to see their loved ones also. Oh my God, that'd be so freaking funny.
No. It'd be great to have them be like 100 feet away.
Yeah,
and see what Reem does.
Punches the camera like, do it.
Come here,
My
Chris.
son.
I'm going to kill you.
I don't know what it is, but it's Chris's fault.
I heard what you said about me.
All right. That would be epic seeing them come back into the game and spending it on a reward with their loved one.
I don't think they should get the loved ones.
Yeah, I don't think so either. That's not.
They're
that's
out.
Not cruel enough. They're out.
For now, they're out.
They stay out.
Really? Like they're living on an island with zero things. Well, now that they've got Joe.
They had a choice.
Yeah, they got Joe. They got food. They're fine. They can look at Joe.
They got hair gel again.
Well, one could argue they always had hair gel, but
No, I think Joe just like naturally secretes it.
well, there's other types of secretions.
Ew, that's disgusting. This isn't there something about Mary Island.
You said it.
No,
Give me some of that hair gel.
Is that hair gel?
Are you just happy to see me?
I haven't seen that movie forever.
No, I haven't either.
I don't know. I wonder
Barbara
if I don't think I'm going to watch it because I don't want to find out if it doesn't hold up.
It probably doesn't, but
nothing holds up.
I'm
anymore.
sure the scene with the dog where he's attacking him because it's on speed or whatever it's on.
I'm sure that holds up. You're right. You know what movie that I was thinking about recently that I think might hold up out of all of the movies? 10 Things I Hate About You.
Yeah, it definitely does, I think.
Yeah, because American Pie does not hold up.
Well, there might be like that friend zone thing in that too, but whatever.
But I think the actual sentiment and overall whatever of the movie holds up.
Yeah. All right. Anything else?
10 things I hate about this podcast.
Yeah. Like Colleen's meandering.
What are you even talking about?
Stay on top of what are you even looking at? You're
I'm just speaking. I was just answering. I was just reading Jay's mind.
Oh, all right. Well, I'm done. I don't have any more feedback.
Well, then say it. Jeez Louise.
That's the end of our feedback section.
Thank you. Look at that.
End of listener feedback.
All right.
End of feedback.
It's now time it's time to tally the votes.
Tally the votes.
And I got to tell you right now, a little preview. Jack continues his war path to victory here. So, Chris Underwood.
If I lose now, this is like an epic collapse.
We're going to call this... Oh.
Not Chris Underwood.
No. Jack War Dog Glatfelter.
You want my pick to be like an hour long?
Jack Dog.
So Eric was sent home today. Colleen, you said merge, so you get a point. I said final three. I get nothing. And
Well,
Jack,
no, you get a point for it being merged, don't you?
no,
technically?
final three means I said final three, so that doesn't get it.
All right.
And Jack, you said merge, so you both get points on the preseason picks. There was no medevac, so Jack's pick of Ron, Colleen's pick of David, and my pick of Gavin do not count. For who's going home, Colleen, you said Julia. I said War Dog, and Jack said Eric. And he called his shot saying he'd be idled out. which would have given him a bonus point, but that did not happen. But Eric did get voted out. So Jack gets 2 points this week.
Wow.
Colleen gets 1. And Jack's domination continues. So he is now at 11 points.
Boo!
And is running away with the season right now. Colleen is in second with 5. And I am still hanging out here with 3. Which is great. My winner's pick got voted out. So here's my question to the group. And this is a group vote.
I think you should get the amount of points left.
I'm saying, so say if I stick with Eric, can I still get the 15 points if he comes back and wins it all?
No, you'd said it earlier. No,
I said that for the preseason picks.
No, you said that because I asked that question. I said, what happens if your pick goes out and comes back in? Can you pick them to win and still get the full points? You said no.
Oh, I'm fine with that.
Nope, they're out.
I don't care.
Nope, that's cheating. Nope, you can pick him to win, but you only get the points of when he comes back in the game.
Yeah, but if he comes back in the game, he's not going to win. So let Jay just waste his points.
Well, I wouldn't pick him anyway. I was just asking theoretically.
Nope, you already said no.
Okay, all right.
I remember asking this question.
I don't, but
I remember it being around the preseason pick thing, but that's fine.
Nope.
That's fine. So I got to pick a new person to win it all.
Pick Dad Bod.
Yeah,
pick
that's
Dad
a
Bod.
great pick.
He's likable.
I mean, I think Victoria has the best edit, but you both have Victoria, so I would still lose. So I'm gonna go Aubrey.
What?
Yeah.
Do you want to lose?
Well, I think Victoria is gonna win it all.
The twist that you don't see though is the jury from her first season.
Oh, comes back and votes.
They come back in the game and vote her out again and don't get a turn. Debbie and Scott Pollard and what's his name? I follow him on Facebook. I can't remember his name though. Sarge.
So, no, Jason.
Jason, yeah.
Jason, yeah.
So they all come back
and
don't vote her again.
The guy who had the 2 names that we used to...
Surge, Jason's... either way.
Sergeant Jason Sergeant, or whatever.
Sergeant Jason, that's what it is. Jason Sergeant.
Yeah.
I don't know. Something like that.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Aubrey. I think she gets the advantage for the thing. And
she is getting the winner's edit.
And she's had a good edit.
She might get back in. I mean,
when she gets back in, people are going to want to use her to flip against whatever to break up whatever, whatever's there. And then she can, burn fire to get to the finals and boom, won the game. But I know I'm going to lose because I think Victoria's going to win it all and you both have Victoria. So Victoria. All right. Next up.
She's definitely not ruffling any feathers.
Episode 8. And I get to pick first for who I think is going home. And I think it's, what's Central Park Pierre's name?
Julie.
Julie goes home next week. Jack.
God, your picker is just off this.
Yeah, I am off.
That is a terrible pick.
I think the smart pick is to get rid of Ron. So right. I don't think he's going to win a challenge. So I think it's got to be Ron.
I kind of have a feeling that this season is going to ping pong back and forth, and there's not going to be.
Wait, does Ron have an idol?
No.
Okay, it's going to.
Oh wait, he had an idol, but didn't he have to play it by a certain time?
That's what it was. Yeah, I'm going to go with Ron.
Okay, Colleen.
He's going to be so upset at camp. It's going to be Ron.
I'm kind of thinking it might be Aurora. I think she might. This might be the start of something for her that is not a great arc.
But I think David and
they need her.
Wentworth will bring her in, so I think.
See, I can't imagine them not all turning on each other.
Not yet.
But I don't know. I think that there's enough there. I don't think it's going to be Division 1 or War Dog or Wentworth next week. I mean, 2 of those 3 have idols anyway.
David has half one.
David has half of one. As does Dad Bod. But I don't... I'm going to go with Aurora. I don't know why. My gut just says
That's a good
that
pick.
there's a chance that she could go. But
she's definitely not the person she said she was. She's keeping that personality because remember she said she was
she was going to confront anyone.
abrasive.
Yeah, like-
She's kept that from what we've seen. She hasn't been that person.
Other than that whole part about like a chick almost dying in front of her and she
That's
being
true,
like...
that's
That was the first time. That was
I
the
spit
first
on
time.
her. I want the win.
Yeah. I was like, is that what you bring into mediations, divorce lawyer lady?
I don't trust you.
All right. Well, that will do it for this week's Survivor, J, Jack, and Colleen. Give us a call at 385-309-0311.
Calling time.
And also send an email to survivorjjc@gmail.com.
I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
Join our Facebook group, facebook.com/group/J and Jack Group. Want to thank the people that make the show possible, our patrons, especially Tack from Tokyo, Eckhart Richter, Maggie the Magnificent, Joanne with the Plan, the Drake, and Ed the Creepy Mailman. Thank you to all of our patrons.
On my list, though.
You can find a full list of all of our patrons to thank at janejack.com, and you can click on the Become a Patron link to become a patron today. This show is hosted by Jack Glatfelter, hosted by Colleen, who also does the recap, who also does all the posting and schedule management.
She also does the long
network.
listener feedback.
Really long. And then...
That's what she said.
Jacob does the artwork, Rob Frenchison, he does the website management. I do the music and production, and also a bit of hosting as well. That's it for this week's episode. We'll see you guys next time. Hasta luego, and goodbye.
Peace out.
Bye.